Right, welcome back. Last time, well, Lundu invaded, and while Rwanda lost some provinces, I was able to gain Natwara back, so that's at least somewhat nice. And I also filled in all the, well, almost all the trading post provinces in the Indian Ocean expedition target list. The only exception is the Sages, which Castilla managed to pick up, but it's not really a big deal. I'm also slowly obtaining casual literacy. Although, at its current pace, it's going to take 36 years. I've also hit largest city on the continent for my capital, which is great. And I'm fairly close to the point where I can swap to aristocracy. The only problem is that right now, because of how events have a tendency to occur, I'm not capable of, well, expanding the influence of the bureaucracy. So basically have to wait until that's over with. But yeah, the wasteland's filled in, so that's nice. And I'll just... maybe I should start sending expeditions somewhere else. Steel's all the way over there already. I do have to be careful with tech. I mean, Majik Pahit has mill tech that's almost as good as mine. Quite a few Austronesian cultures also have pretty high tech levels. It's another Castilian province. Okay. I mean, I could try colonizing Australia again. No one ever bothers with Australia. Can I reach Australia? No. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of options. My best option would be to check to see what colonial nations everyone has. Castilian Brazil, English Haiti, English Mexico, English Peru. Jeez. Portugal doesn't have anything. Nor does France. Okay, so Brazil, Haiti, Mexico, and Peru. So if I want a new world subject in order to get myself Colombian exchange quickly. Atlantic Colombia is probably safest. Well, then again, the Caribbean is pretty strong. Would allow me to mess with trade in the future, so let's do that. Yeah, my city's up there. What do I care? Okay, can I... finally. 41 influence is plenty enough for doing this. I wonder if there's any interesting reforms I can do. Literacy test, that's it. I don't have enough state reach for anything more interesting, and 40 influence. Anything that's actually interesting that requires 40 bureaucratic influence also requires 50 state reach, so no. Great. Okay. Right, I'll just wait until 1560 or so. That's usually a good time to do reforms every 10 years. And the Great Sultan's an embezzler. I hate my rulers. They all are terrible. Okay, finally. Right? Steel maps. What do you know about the Indian Ocean that I don't? 2. Yeah, no. South Africa, 18. I'll take it. Pretty much the entirety of the coastline, plus a couple inland provinces, the ones that are directly adjacent to said coastline, because they've already taken practically the entirety of the coastline. It's the coastline where there's inland provinces. Great. At the very least, the actual inland is going to be mostly ignored. Well, okay, that's real annoying. I mean, I've got realm unification Castle's Belly, which is actually pretty good. It's not as good as Reconquest, though, but it's still pretty good. Sadly, I don't actually have, because this province is Castilian rather than... Huh. I could actually hit this trading post province. Of course, another reason for Castile to hate me, but... Stick with the current leadership. No alignment necessary. Yeah, I was thinking, Yeah, I was saying, I hate my rulers, and I was thinking, it would be kind of nice for this guy to die relatively soon, but then again, saying that out loud will probably make it happen in the worst way possible. Apparently, I don't even need to say that stuff out loud for it to happen. Yeah, sure. I wonder if, yeah, it allows me to vassalize them too. Okay. Okay. That stuff has expired. And I recently increased bureaucratic influence at the first opportunity I could, because there were multiple things happening. So that at least the bureaucrats are now reliably the dominant faction. So, let's go to aristocracy. The aristocrats, of course, hate this. It's going to cost me quite a bit of legitimacy, but I am in a regency, so it doesn't really matter. Overlook tenant abuse. Yield concessions to ancient liberties. Disown an unpopular relative. Arrange a strategic marriage. I don't really need to do anything with you. Donate to the church. I don't really need to keep the clergy happy, it's just convenient. Expand our authority in order to increase state reach. And reduce tributes in order to get some loyalty back. And also expand the bureaucracy. Further damaging my stability. I do need to work on increasing the amount of state reach that I have, though. Severely. And allowing the tribals to get weakened in their power. Finally doing so would be for the best. Because I don't think there's anything else I can do that for which I can mess with noble power. I don't think I can do anything else that reduces noble power without completely getting rid of the tribals, at least along the mainland. If I can get rid of them in the mainland, I can let autonomy slowly reduce. And that will be enough for ad hoc divisions, which is rather important for other things. Going to gentry would require for me to reform to career soldiery anyway, but extended levies is going to require ad hoc divisions in the first place. And so does volunteers, but it also requires extended levies, so it's not really a big deal. However, their power should reduce now that rural governance reform has dramatically reduced their gravity. And upgrading our military organization should reduce it even further. There we go. Heir to the throne, who has 1.5 legitimacy. No, actually, the claim is 3.5. Ah, so it is possible to have a higher than your current amount of legitimacy. Ah, okay. That's an issue that needs to be dealt with, so. Oh, that's not good. Huh. Thanks for the territory, I guess. A lot to core, but I'll take it. Probably quite a bit of aggressive expansion. Oh well. Severely weakens Wasangli, and allows me to get even closer to Dia, so. Alright, I've got rebels to deal with. The Konkan road is too far away, though. I don't have the reach for that. Yes! Swahili, Brazil. Sure, fine, I'll take it. Diplomacy, aristocracy, trade, fortification, quality, leadership. I was hoping they would get their own colonists, but apparently any further expansion is going to require direct intervention, which I am not particularly willing to go through. Do I need that active all the time? Not really. Okay. Is there anything better that I can pick for it? One currency act, decentralize. I guess I can activate the one currency act temporarily up until the next thing increases my... Oh. Fine. Probably wasn't a good idea. Dang it. Equal responsibilities. Further increasing my centralization gap. Yeah, that's a good point to stop. So, I've finally broken my alliance with Wasongli. After, well, a war with Daruro, which happened to be, you know, allied with Wasongli, so although annoyingly Rwanda didn't give me any territory, therefore, to be precise, my new vassal Hadia, which I've diplo-vassalized along with Dankali, so yay! I've got more subjects again. And I've also gone ahead and now have Swahili Brazil, in the hopes of working towards, well, in the hopes of independently inventing Colombian imports, which I'm getting. Yes! Okay, good. It's gonna be slow. Okay, it's actually fairly quick. Casual literacy will arrive in the capital before that. Before Colombian imports will, but I'm sure there are provinces where it's gonna be pretty... Plus 1.03, yep. And Zanzibar is basically my trade capital, so... It is arriving at varying speeds in a lot of provinces, and once it arrives in Zanzibar, all those provinces are gonna get it even faster, so... The institution will probably not be a big deal. And, well, okay, so I need to get Mizizima or 2 provinces along the central coast, along the homeland coastline. But I think I'm going to be fine with waiting a little while to get Colombian imports anyway. It boosts rural goods produced, correct? Yep. And will also allow for the adoption of new crop types, which may or may not be better suited to this terrain or other parts of the terrain than millet. Yeah. So I do wonder how ivory is exploited. Pasture and game, jeez. No slots for much. Wait. None just means that there are no slots used, right? Otherwise, it wouldn't actually pop up as a natural deposit, right? Well, as a place where extraction can be done, right? Oh, hey, there's a metal deposit there. Cool. Okay, here's one with no potential for extraction, and get mine still. Okay. I just maybe need to open up extraction for that to be seen. I have no idea what pearls would be, though, when it comes to... Sea salt. Sea salt. Would that even be considered a form of extraction? Fishery, pasture, nomadic pasture, plant fiber, dye, cash crop, spices, game. Sericulture. Yeah, that's something I can look at later. Yeah, I've been having difficulty keeping up in tech, actually. I'm hoping I can stick with a reasonable amount of being behind Castile without too many consequences. So far, they've shown little interest in East Africa, which is good. I think they've been focusing more on gaining control over the Philippines and Indonesia. At least the uncolonized parts of both. And, well, Taiwan. Good luck keeping that stuff, though. Great Xia has a permanent claim on this stuff, and they are not happy whenever someone colonizes Taiwan, so... Very least, I am actually getting closer to completing the African modernization mission, which doesn't really mean much. Oh well. And the Unite the Sweetie one missions I have technically completed, at least territorially, but I do need scientific methods, which is a bit of a ways from now. Admin Tech 37 is something that someone has reached already, so someone should be getting scientific. Oh, jeez, that's a lot. Okay. I need casual literacy though, and academic districts. And I need I need casual literacy. Thankfully, once casual literacy arrives in the capital, I can go ahead and embrace it and then get scientific methods relatively soon, and then change my country to the Swahili. Yeah. But yeah, this little colonial nation will help me get that quantity of money that I was wanting. Not money. Institution. I'm also probably going to have to integrate Marina at some point. Because they're constantly getting to be troublesome. But I'd like to do a couple more reforms. I have also gone to aristocracy, so that's great. It's amazing to be able to do that. Meritocracy is going to take a very long time, though. And commercialization doesn't really like to spread that all that much. I have brought centralism to, well, over here. I'm not sure if actually having it present in a province will change things. Let's see. Centralism. Yeah, it's commercialization that has provincial effects. It increases class investment in infrastructure, commerce output, and urban industry output. Casual literacy will increase class knowledge demand and knowledge output. Policy adoption of new crop types, scientific methods, global trade, and all that. Everything beyond the first 5 institutions. Okay, so nationalism improves civil war strength. And industrialization increases urban output and reduces infrastructure costs, but that's it. Yeah. I do have plenty of points, though, to work with. But again, I do want to save up so I can jump in tech for reduced cost, especially since my next group is going to be admin. And I also have plans to integrate Marina soon. Again, I do want to time it carefully, though, because once that occurs... Well, they have a lot of tribal power. It's going to take time for that to reduce. Though it does seem that Marina's doing it on their own, which is nice. Although the loyalty of the clans inside of their provinces is... questionable. Yeah. So... anything here is going to have to require caution. They also have 0 state reach. So upon integration, I'm going to have to build up an administration. I've also hit rank 7. Yay. Thanks to institution count and recent acquisition of subjects. Plan on going up against Darwood to get Bale soon, as well as more of Somalia from Wasongli. Yeah. So anything that I've forgotten? Not really. My rulers continue to be atrocious when it comes to keeping the country stable. Oh, right. Temporary tax relief and full grain provision. There we go. Doesn't raise my stability yet, but it will help keep it high. Yikes. Yeah, in order to improve taxation, I'm going to need province reform. For that, I need for my autonomy to lower, which I'm working on by lowering the power of the tribals slowly, but it can only go so fast. Average autonomy still above 85%. In certain provinces, I think it might be increasing. Because the power of the nobles is also, well, maybe not the nobles. In areas where the clans are already pretty weak, the nobles have pretty much hit their resting point. The burghers are starting to get interesting amounts of power too. State Rich is helping to reduce all these issues, but it's still present for problems. I do hope I can move to a better tax collection system soonish, but yeah, it's gonna be problematic either way. But yeah, I've gone on long enough, that's for sure. Alright, I probably should fabricate a claim. There we go, yeah. And I have finished all the idea groups that I have so far, so. Yeah, nothing else to say. Okay.